Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm very glad that you can hear me. We're going to start shortly. I just wanted to make sure that we are able to hear each other properly. Looking at some of my colleagues who are present, and I'm going to do some introductions, but I'm going to be toggling between screens. So if I miss anybody, please do just let me know that you are present. Seeking your support with the chat as well. For the most part, do feel free to unmute your mic. When you're not speaking, please mute it back. However, do unmute your mic and ask your questions, because this is the opportunity for you to ask the questions. I will do my best to answer them. And if I am unable to, I surely will get back to you. I'll be starting shortly. Can everyone see the screen clearly?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Well,
Thank you. Love hearing those little voices. So at this time, I'd like to say good evening to everyone and welcome to the virtual orientation for the Jenny Tuitt School. I do want to apologize that the schedule that has been shared throughout the district is not the schedule that's being adhered to at this time. Unfortunately, I was unable to be here the beginning of the week. And so I made sure to schedule a time that was both convenient for the faculty and staff and administration, as well as an evening time so that parents had the opportunity to ask questions and didn't have to leave the job. So I do hope that this time is convenient for you. This session is being recorded, and so it will be shared and made available as well. Again, I will be running through some slides, so I would like to invite you to hold your questions until the end. Please do ask the questions that come to you. The more questions you ask, the better prepared we are, and the more we're able to address your needs. In addition, you may be asking a question that someone else may have as well. Looking at my time, we just have about 4 minutes. I would like to begin with a few introductions. I am the principal of the Jenny Tuitt School. My name is Dr. Thelka Bedminster. Some may know me, I've been in education for some time. So it is Gishard Bedminster. And again, it is my pleasure to serve you for this 2021-2022 school year. Joining me today, I've invited some of my colleagues at the school. I am sure that they will not all be able to join, but for those who are here, I would like to welcome them. I see on screen our music teacher, Mrs. Constantine Gabriel. I want to welcome her. I see one of our second grade teachers, Mrs. Popo Fabres. I also see, and I'm trying to follow some of the names that are showing up in our participant list, one of our kindergarten teachers, Mrs. Johnson. I see one of our fourth grade teachers, Ms. Lett. I know not all persons may be present on camera. You may see names. In some cases, the names can be renamed so that we would know who you are. I see one of our first grade teachers, Ms. Molyneux. And I'm running through the list, so if I miss anyone, I want to welcome them. I want to thank them for being a part of this. I know that things are constantly changing, but we do look forward to serving your children, and we thank you for the opportunity that you've given to us in the past. I don't know if any of my teachers would like to say a word or two, but if they would, this is a perfect opportunity to just say hi, greet our parents, and I don't know, say a word of welcome.
Good afternoon. This is Miss Molyneux. Welcome back. Look forward to seeing everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Molyneux. Again, Ms. Molyneux is one of our first grade teachers.
Good evening to all. I am Ms. Francis, and I am one of the second grade teachers.
Thank you, Ms. Francis. I didn't call your name before. Forgive me. I saw Galaxy, but I didn't want to assume. Again, Ms. Francis is one of our second grade teachers, and I do want to thank again all of you for being present. Continue, please.
Good afternoon. This is Mrs. Gabriel. Just welcome you back to another school year.
Thank you,
that we have a good one.
Thank you, Mrs. Gabriel. Didn't mean to cut you off there. Mrs. Gabriel does serve our students, primarily the students in kindergarten through third grade, which would be our primary levels. She has in the past taught all 5 grades, so I'm sure there are many who can speak to that who are online. Please continue.
Greetings, this is Ms. Popo Fabres. I'm currently driving, so that's why I don't have my camera on, but I'd like to welcome everyone back.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Fabres. Mrs. Fabres, just like Ms. Francis, is another one of our second grade teachers, no stranger to you all in the community. Thank you again. Glad that you can join us. I do realize this is not the best time for everyone, and we all have a number of things to do, but I'm really grateful for the virtual option that has been in existence for a while, but I believe we can all agree that we have been utilizing a little bit more, maximizing use of some of the features that we have, even when on phone. Any more teachers would like to speak?
Good evening, everyone. This is Mrs. Johnson, just wishing everyone a successful and safe school year. I hope everyone is ready to work. That includes parents and students so that, we can have a wonderful and successful year.
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. So I want to get ready to go ahead and begin. I believe that's all of the teachers who are online visibly at this time. I'm sure that if any of them join, they can feel free to speak. I've asked them to join just to give you a word of welcome, to let you know that we are here and we are present. Although we may not be able to see each other in person, I know that there's a lot of preparation going on for them to serve you within the classroom. And so I am truly excited about the opportunity, just like they are, to serve you and to welcome back our students. So I would like to go ahead and begin. Today's recording is going to serve pretty much our kinder through fourth grade students, and then we will address specific needs within our smaller settings, for example, our grade levels or our classroom meetings. This is one of our graphics. I always loved it because it stresses the home of the Jets, where we strive to be responsible, be respectful, and to be safe. Janie Tuitt isn't currently a primary school, but we seem to be working our way back down there. In the past year, we have been K5, but because of the increase in some of the numbers in our primary classrooms, we did have to revert to kinder to fourth grade this year. So all of the fifth grade students would have moved on to their middle schools, junior high schools. However, our fourth grade students who are going to fifth grade had to join as well. So this year, it was not only our students going on to the sixth grade that left us, but the students going on to the fourth grade, excuse me, the students who were in the fourth grade and going on to the fifth had to be placed at different schools as well. So I just want to again thank you all for being here, and I invite you to ask your questions, but I will go through the slides before you do that. All right. So welcome back to school. This year we are beginning virtually. I believe that it is there's no one who could say that at this point they're not aware of what's going on with the pandemic that we are in and the virus that's been kicking up. We have had to revisit some of the plans that we had to welcome all of our students back in person. So at this time, the school year will begin virtually for all students in kindergarten through fourth grade who are served at our school. Please note that on Monday, August 9th is the first day of school. However, per the district's calendar, the fourth graders begin on August 10th. I want to let you know that we are just an email, a call, a Teams call away, an Outlook email away. The system is available to all. And for those of you who are not new to the school, who are not new to the public school system, you will note that all students receive an email, which is usually their first name dot last name or one of their last names, if they are multiples, at stu for student .vide.vi. We encourage you to support your students in learning their usernames, their email address, as well as the password. Please keep that available. It can be changed, it can be updated. We are aware that accidents happen. So as a matter of fact, I would also encourage you to become very, very familiar with the department website, which is vide.vi. At this website, if you go to the student tab and onto important links, you're able to see many of the links that take you to services that you will utilize often, such services as the password reset tool, or even just the address book. A student may need to figure out how to email a classmate, and all students in our contact, all faculty and staff in our contacts do appear in the district's global address book, which is found through the link for the address book on the VIDE website. We want to let you know that we have had some staffing changes this year. New to our school is the counselor. Our counselor is Ms. LaPena. We also have a new secretary, that is Ms. Letsom. And we have a new paraprofessional by the name of Ms. Joseph. There are some vacancies currently. As many of you may know, we are still without a librarian. We did have an itinerant nurse for this past school year, and the nurse she was temporary, really, a temporary assignment, and she has been returned to the Adelita Cancrine School. We have been without an art teacher for some time, and we are now also without a computer teacher. So this is just to keep you abreast of what's going on. There have been changes. Just as we've gotten new staff members, we've lost some staff members as well. Our school's hours are from 7:50 in the morning to 2:35. And I want to encourage you, whether it is virtual or in person, do have your children come in on time. This was a great challenge. when we were virtual, as well as when we return in person. It seems like despite the excitement to have students back, students trickled in at all hours and missed much of the instructional time. When we are in person, breakfast and lunch are served regularly, but specifically breakfast will begin at 7, it ends around 7:50. And lunch will be from 10 to 12:30. I'm receiving a notice here that we don't have much time, but I'm gonna keep going for now and inform you of all the information just in case I have a cutoff. I thought that had been updated. So meals will be provided for all, regardless of in-person or virtual. The district does make accommodations for our students. At this time, we are not collecting any fees, but fees will be collected when we return in person. Specifically, the insurance fee is a fee of $18, and I would like you to be prepared for that when it comes. All immunizations need to be current prior to entry. I would encourage our parents, because when we returned in person, we noted that a lot of parents had to take students for various shots. Do make your arrangements now and prepare yourself so that you're not caught off guard when it is time for us to return in person. Do contact MCH specifically. They recently had basically reach out into the community trying to get parents to come in to get those done. Going through it quickly, again, we do require our families to purchase the school uniform. One set of items, which is the phys ed uniforms, come from the school. However, all other items can be purchased from various stores around the island. We do want to ensure that our students come to school, they're neatly dressed and their uniforms. They are to be wearing a canary yellow button down shirt. Either it's buttoned down the front or it's a polo shirt with less buttons. Hunter green, whether it's a knee-length pleated skirt with pleats all the way around, or it is a long pants. We have in the past allowed the short pants, but we're holding off on that for now. In the midst of this pandemic, we'd like our students to be fully covered. The girls should not be wearing skirts or having all kind of different color stitches and bows and scallops. Please keep it simple. Pleated skirt is pleated all the way around as is featured in the picture. Shoes, the shoes should be black or brown, or in the case of sneakers, they can be all black or all white. We encourage you to follow our dress code. And you can ask us questions at any time if you're unsure. Again, black or brown shoes, black or white, all white sneakers, and appropriate socks, whether it is black, white, brown, green, in the case of the girls, the yellow. Again, the PE uniform is sold separately at the school, and it's $10 for the shirts as well as for the pants. And I'm racing a little bit only because, like I said, I saw a time alert and I'm not quite sure why it hasn't updated. Moving right along, there is a staggered opening. I've mentioned that already. Students do have access. I do encourage the use of the programs. As you know, through the Office 365 programs, which are all free and available through our students' login, you have access to Outlook, Teams, which is how we engage our classes, OneNote, which is how we do our class notebooks, and forms a lot of the teachers use for testing, for assessments, for attendance, for information. And the Schoology site will be utilized more in this district this year. It was utilized in the St. Croix district. Classroom expectations. We do have the norms for our school. We will be going deeper into a discussion of those. The first PTA meeting will be on the 18th. It will be online as well. You can access it through the school team. Once your child's name is there, you will see it appear when they log in as one of the options for the team is the Janie Tuitt School. Our teachers will discuss rules and regulations in the grade level and class meetings as well, and conferences. As Mrs. Johnson indicated, we need to be partners in this. We have a yeoman's task. However, this can be successful with the support of our parents and our students, and of course, the larger community. We will be trying to assess our students. It is critical that we do so. We have available iReady Reading and Math, Reading Eggs, the Smarter Balance, the WIDA Access, And these are just some of the assessments that are done with the classroom teachers and within the school. We want to encourage your children to come regularly, and this is clearly where your support is needed. When we are in person, if they're ill or experiencing symptoms, they do need to remain virtual as well as to engage still in their classes. Muted with the cameras on, this was a great challenge. And of course, some of the teachers utilize a variety of apps, which at times you won't, for those times you won't see the student on screen. However, they can tell if the student is engaging. So that was a major challenge, and we need your support with that. We're asking children to arrive 10 minutes before, especially with regards to the virtual. There are lobby features, they do need to be let in. So it helps the teacher when the students are on time and not entering the room at some late time. They need to have their computers well charged up. They need to have all of their utensils, paper, pencils, headphones, etc. Also to prevent some of the distractions around the homes. That was a great challenge this school year, and we would like that doesn't happen again this year. The school food authority will notify us of the schedule for meals, and parents are being asked to assist with that, as we will not have a time in the schedule where the student can go and get those things. Help them to be appropriately dressed like they would for school, because it is school online. Check the emails daily, complete the assignments, and turn them in. Many of our students would work in assignments. You could tell that they were working, but those things would not be turned in. And you want to check regularly for announcements. Parents, despite the fact that your children are logged in on a Chromebook, they can, or any of their personal devices, you can still log in via your phone and be able to ensure that they are participating meaningfully. Please request an appointment, discuss the concerns that you have with our teachers, touch base with us, whether through email, make conversations through and talks through the call feature, but do reach out to us and help us to serve your students. At the school, we have available services in special education. For the most part, it is a pull-out service. The students have resource classes. We do not have any self-contained special education classes at the Janie Tuitt School. We have English as a second language, and I will say we have had 2 teachers last year. We only have 1 this year, so I know it will be a challenge to serve our rather large second language population, but we will continue to do our best. Extended learning opportunities also exist for after school, tutoring, intervention, both during the day as well as at times after school and during summer school. We want to encourage you, when you learn of these services, please reach out to us immediately. Don't wait. Too often parents wait and then the services are no longer being offered or they're just full. So please, we look forward to working directly with you. The shared resources for this year will be the Chromebook and the MiFis. Distribution will begin on Friday. It's going to be a challenge, we do admit, as you will be coming, but we also have trainings going on, but we intend to try to do our best. This was the earliest we could give you, but we wanted to ensure that at least 1 day before the first day was available. Signed contracts are required, so a parent should accompany children. Do not send children to the school on their own because they cannot sign out a device. All devices must be returned in good condition. This year, there were too many that were not returned in good condition, and parents incurred numerous fees. These will be returned on May 9th, and it will be reflected as well on your contract. And again, we will also be asking that those that are damaged, lost, or stolen, that the fees be taken care of before the 27th, which is the last day of the school. So this is, for the most part, the last that I have to share. I am concerned about the time because it seems like it will cut us off. I am not seeing your extension, but we will be giving out the devices on Friday from around 9 in the morning until 3 o'clock, and sometimes we may linger afterwards. So for those of you who have our numbers, feel free to reach out if you have to do the same. So at the school on Friday, and it will continue thereafter, we will begin giving out devices. I do apologize that this has not extended my time. And unfortunately, the clock started running. I was trying not to start before the scheduled time. However, the recording started before. Any quick questions before time runs out?
Excuse me, Minister.